Space Systems, which is a Singapore-based company developing rocket propulsion technologies. Well, space industry, it's actually about collecting and transmitting information through satellites. Without satellites, you can consider our entire civilization to be deprived of our senses. Satellites make up what we call the space segment. The ground segment also offers ground stations for communications as well as data analysis of satellite information. And of course, on top of all this, we need the launch segment, which actually delivers the satellite into a correct orbit. Nowadays, as our electronics get smaller and more powerful and more robust, the exact same phenomenon is also affecting the satellite business. Satellites have become smaller, more accessible, and you can even buy components which are space-rated for use in outer space. It becomes more cost-effective to deploy a fleet of satellites to perform a specific function as compared to laying optic cable across the sea. Especially considering our advantageous geographic location, enshrined in our company name. We're close to the equator, and that's a very good place to be launching rockets into orbit from.
Given the reliance on IoT these days, so there's a lot of data analysis, data tracking, communication and satellite devices in the world. By 2030, most of the companies will be involved in the space industry.
Hybrid rocket propulsion, which involves use of solid fuel and liquid oxidizer, makes it a safer combination because we don't rely on explosive reaction between solid oxidizer and solid fuel, for instance. The core innovation which we bring is the chemical composition of the solid fuel, which resolves the historical challenges associated with hybrid rocketry.
Now, hybrid rocket changes everything about the propulsion and also the rocket and how it works. The solid fuel in a hybrid rocket requires knowledge of nanoparticles, so things like additives and how small it can be. We are an engineering startup, but it doesn't mean we only focus on the engineering aspects of it. We also have things we use in business school. Things like marketing, business development, accountancy, and also space law.
Rocketry, by its own virtue, is a multidisciplinary field, spanning various kinds of expertise. And also on top of this, as a commercial company, we need expertise in actual commercialization of such technologies.